Hey guys, my name is Simpsy, how you all doing? Welcome back to some more Medieval Kingdoms Total War 1212 AD here today on the channel. We have an online battle replay between the Kingdom of England and Wallachia. So if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like and subscribe if you're new. I'd really much appreciate it. So it's a 1v1 on a desolate grassland map, and it's going to be a good one. It's another online multiplayer battle. Also guys, feel free to send your replays to me in my Discord, linked in the description below. It can be across all Total Wars. So I've been doing some Rome 2 replays. Now we're going to be doing some Total War Attila Medieval Kingdoms 1212 AD. Okay, so army builds wise, England roughly has just a slight advantage numerically. They outnumber them by about 200 or so. Cavalry-wise, it's even for both Wallachia and England. Men-at-arms, swordsman-wise as well. And same with the skirmishers, the archers, and the longbowmen there. So here's the famed English bowmen rallying up and fighting for their king. So England has managed to put cavalries on the flank. We've also got some halberds here as well, while the men-at-arms make up the centre. Alright, we've got some nice does making their way across the battlefield, getting away from the English there. So let's have a look at Wallachia. Let's have a look at Vlad the Impaler's ancestors. So here is the Wallachian cavalry. So I do believe Wallachia is an orthodox faction in the game. So these guys should look like some of those Bulgarian / Byzantine units as well. And we've got some heavier armoured Wallachian cavalry as well, slowly but surely making their way to the English front line. Topography wise, it's a nice flat open field battle, so there's not too many terrain advantages. There are some hills and sort of high ground rising to the left and right, but you wouldn't imagine that's going to play into this one, as they both slowly but surely make way to each other's front line. It's going to be a good one, a 1v1. Let me know in the comments, who do you think is going to be the winner? Will it be England or Wallachia? Let me know in the comments. Make sure to pat yourself on the back if you do get it right. Okay, so Wallachia is putting 3 units of cavalry on his right-hand side, while England only has the 2. And Wallachia has put his general unit on the left-hand side. And while England is keeping their king safe behind those crossbow units. So everyone's just looking to outmaneuver each other slightly, as they both slowly but surely push on up into no man's land. Okay, so I'm curious to see who's going to have the range on this one. It actually could be Wallachia. They seem to be getting their shots off early on. They seem to be out-ranging the English longbowmen. You wouldn't have expected that. Or potentially the England player has skirmish mode off. And there seems to be some flammable ammunition coming in at the English men-at-arms. They don't want to sit there too long with their hands in their pockets getting whittled on down. You don't want to lose those health and hit points too early on. So the England player is going to close the distance on the Wallachia front line and maybe be pressured into an attack. Now Wallachia does have some handgunners as well, which they're really going to have to watch out for. No cavalry flanking or fight on the flanks has happened just yet. Balance of power wise, it's currently a 50-50 as well, but the Wallachian handgunners are going to move up. This is going to be a huge advantage for Wallachia, as England doesn't have any, and they're probably not going to be able to combat it as well. So the Wallachian gunners looking to eye up. They might get a shot off here soon. Let's hope they do, for my sake. Nah, looks like they're not shooting for whatever reason. But there is missile fire trading over the top for England now and Wallachia, and it looks like Wallachia is going to hold their front line and defensive position, while England comes in with a charge to initiate the attack. So the front line battle is about to kick off, as one brave little English lad there charges on in, gets a massive hit off, and here we go. Wallachia and England fierce fighting Shields getting splintered. Swords getting shattered. There's even some mace wielding here as well. But who's going to win on that? Wallachia has some axe units as well. But so far, it's hard to tell who's exactly going to win this one. Alright. So the front line is just holding for now. England has moved in some cavalry as well. And they're now engaging on their right-hand side with the Wallachian cavalry as well. It's 4 apiece for cavalry-wise, but you'd think the English would probably just slight edge them on. Well, you'd think that England would have the better armor and quality slightly. So we haven't seen much of those handgunners. Oh, is he getting charged here by some English infantry? And unfortunately for them, they've probably been neutralized. One of Wallachia's biggest advantages in this match. They're probably going to be done and dusted. Those medium handgunners. Alright, so cavalry is now fighting on the left as well. All units seem to be engaged. And Wallachia is not looking good at the moment. They're looking very green around the gills. The handgunners were wavering, but now they're retreating furthermore. Okay, so it's only 200 man difference as well. And they've got some other units routing on the centre. Oh, England is smashing the Wallachian cavalry on the left. However, the bowmen here, it's a little bit of a bait, but they've managed to draw out this English unit into a terrible position, and they are just getting rinsed. Maybe should have had to give chase, because now the handgunners are hitting them from the rear, and the archers as well. Oh wow, they are just getting decimated, that unit. Yeah, went to chase and phase out those gunners, but ended up overextending and getting caught in the end. Okay, so there's 3 units of Wallachian cavalry there. The general's now moved in. Okay. And now the momentum looks like it might have swung back towards Wallachia. Man, I thought they were definitely on the decline, but now they're back on the ascendancy. Okay, England has managed to wrap around here. The Wallachian front line, and now they surround them. And it's going to be interesting to see how long they hold there. It's a little bit back and forth at the moment. Okay, we've got some English longbowmen there, firing into the Wallachian cavalry. But looks like both cavalry units have traded, while England hold the left. Oh my god. That's huge. Wallachia has managed to kill the enemy English king. And you know what? That could win him the battle there single-handedly, Wallachia. Because that's going to send a huge morale debuff across the English infantry. And they won't be able to stand and fight for too much longer. Wow. I would have thought the English heavy cavalry would have been able to outmuscle and outfight Wallachia. But now they're handgunners. Although they were caught earlier on in the battle and had to retreat back, they're sitting back and relaxing and just firing shots into the English. And looking at this, most of the English force there is now retreating. However, Wallachia is incredibly wounded and damaged in the process. This is still really quite close to call, as both sides have units routing and wavering. So this cavalry unit is battling it out, the English cavalry unit against Wallachia. There's still some conflict and battles going on the front line there. Okay, Wallachia is about to get a charge on here against some English bowmen. And a nice charge there from the Wallachian cavalry. Oh my god. What a lance charge there. This is ruthless by Wallachia there. They've done incredibly well this fight. So even outnumbered, Wallachia, they might be able to edge this one. This poor little fella. Yeah, so there only seems to be a couple units remaining. It's swung now to about 60-70% favour in the balance of power for a Wallachian victory. As the English cavalry is retreating. We've got some Wallachian bowmen there just getting some shots off. Interesting that he opted to go with flammable ammunition in this fight. For the lot of it. Seems to have worked well. Okay, so what have we got left? So there's a small little pocket here. Battling it out. Oh my god. Got some crazy animations going off. As the last of the brave Brits battle it out. Well, I guess it's technically England in this time period. So they're not British. They're English. They're brave Englishmen. Oh my god, Wallachia's just putting down the heat here. I don't know what the scenario would be for Wallachia to be attacking England, but I usually try and make a scenario. But I think this is just a good battle overall. Maybe England has reformed the Western Roman Empire and now sets its eyes to the Eastern Roman territory. A battle over the Balkans has broken out over the Danube. And that's where this battle came along. Wallachia versus England. Or maybe England was ashamed of the stories of what's going on with Vlad the Impaler over there. Okay, so there only seems to be a couple units left now, and it looks like it's going to end in a Wallachian victory. What a Medieval Kingdoms Total War 1212A battle this has been. Wow, we've started off with an absolute banger. What a good online battle. A very decent 1v1. It's a Pyrrhic victory for Wallachia there. Wow, let's have a look at the casualties sustained and inflicted, and let's go through the stats. Also, a huge shout out to the players in this online multiplayer battle. There they are. So, Wallachia deployed 2,333 and lost 1,300 in the battle. The English deployed 2,500. Yeah, so they just outnumbered them by about 200. They managed to lose 1,500. Looking at the units specifically and how many kills they got. So Wallachia, the general, got 188 compared to 5 with the English. Yeah, the Wallachian player was a lot more liberal and willing to throw his general in compared to the English there. It might have cost him the battle, but he just got caught in the end. Let's have a look at the cavalry. Oh, wow. So stats-wise, maybe due to those golden chevrons, the cavalry of Wallachia was able to outbeat the English. But yeah, look how much heavily armoured those English soldiers were compared to the Wallachian ones. They managed to far outperform the English swordsmen or men-at-arms. And skirmishes-wise as well, it was quite even. Wallachia brought the bowman/swordsman hybrid, and they also had a unit of handgunners as well. They only got 80 kills. Which is quite a bit in the end compared to the bowmen, and the English brought the crossbows. Their halberds did quite alright, and sort of their pike units for the English, but their men-at-arms didn't overly perform that well, unfortunately. Well, I've got to end the video here. Hope you've enjoyed this one. Stay tuned for more Total War battle replays across all Total Wars. Once again, if you do want to send me a battle replay, come and join the Discord. There's a unique channel. There are some rules about posting and stuff, but if you've got an online multiplayer battle, shoot it on over. But if you do have a battle against the CPU, which is a good battle, feel free to send that one over as well if you are playing on the 1212 AD mod. I'd really much appreciate it. Alright guys, I've got to play the outro now. Thank you. Unfortunately, it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Check out my social media links in the description below if you want to stay connected with me. I also want to say thank you to this month's patrons and channel members: Victor K, Sebastian C, Jordan K, Caesar L, Brian S, Tao, Lion B, Kyle P, Tom C, and White P. My name has been Simpzy. Much love from Australia. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.